There we go. Hey everyone. Welcome to Finding Grooves. It is your friend Ian. How you guys doing today? I hope everyone's doing well. Really excited about the topic today. I'll probably just get right into the topic because there's so much to cover, I think. So I'm proudly wearing my Arturia shirt right now. Shout out to Arturia. They make the best, in my opinion, the best emulations of digital synths, and their mixing plugins are really good too. But today, hey, what's up, Lionel? Today we're really excited to talk about. They came out with an SQ80 emulation, and if you know anything about Ian, especially if you've been watching Finding Grooves the last couple months, I own a physical SQ80. So I'm really geeked to compare the two. The physical SQ80, which for those of you on Twitch and on YouTube, you can see behind me. I'm really excited to compare the sounds that I have on here versus the sounds that they have, because they just came out with this VST maybe 2 days ago, and prior to this, I think that they are the. Oh man, I'm yelling. I'm like yelling so loud that I'm clipping. Sorry, I'm just really excited. But they, as far as I'm aware, at least, they are the only SQ80. Hey, what's up, Corinthian? Corinthian's in the building. Third Core Gaming, my homeboy. As far as I'm aware, they are the only SQ80 VST that is able to be used on the newer Macs. Previous to this, I was using an SQ80 emulator from Sample Science, and theirs is really cool too. And I was using that previously, but on this newest update of Mac, they decided, hey, we're not going to be updating with the OS. So, that kind of sucked. And then I didn't have one, and on my old laptop, when I was using a PC, there's one, I can't remember, it's called SQ8L. And I believe the guy who made it actually passed away because he stopped doing updates on it, and people were like, "Yeah, the guy passed away." But like, I used those sounds in so many of my beats that eventually, once I couldn't find a virtual emulation of it, and there's ones for the SQ1 that are out there, but the SQ80 is just that next level. I went and bought, because I couldn't find a VST for it. I went and bought the real thing because I was just like, I need these sounds in my life. I'm never not going to use these sounds. So I spent the money and I bought one from a lovely woman on Reverb. And her package actually came with like 6 floppy disks that has like different like preset songs. It has like different banks on it. And then it also came with these cartridges. So the SQ80, as if you don't know, you can also put these cartridges in the front. So it came with like 4 or 5 cartridges, and then those floppy disk. Lionel says he's relaxing and enjoying the nice weather. That's good. That's good, cause I want to relax too. Give me 1 second. Let me turn on my studio light here. There we go. Yeah, that I have a little more even keel lighting. But yeah, so hey, what's up, Ski? We are gonna be comparing those two things right now. So we're gonna be comparing the actual hardware SQ80 versus the Arturia SQ80V plugin that they just came out with. And if you're already an owner of the V Collection, the newest V Collection 8, you can actually get this plugin for $50, which is a steal because, especially if you're a Mac user, I think I would be aware because I love these sounds so much if there was another VST out there that was another SQ80 emulator, and there isn't. So let's not delay. And after this part, I'll definitely show you guys what I worked on this week, and explain to you some of the other stuff going on in life. But I really just we got to dive into this. I'm too excited. I just found out this came out yesterday, and when it came across my Instagram feed, I literally screamed. My wife was like, "Yo, what's going on? It's something music related, isn't it?" Because I don't get that geeked about most things, but yeah, it definitely is something music related. I'm so excited. So let's open it up. I just downloaded it, so I haven't even opened it yet. So let's open up Ableton and take a look. I already have the real SQ80 pulled up. With some presets. So that the presets that I have in there right now, I actually bought from bassmobile.org. They ship out a floppy disk that has, I think, 15 banks of sounds on it. 15 banks. And they're great. I mean, the ones that are the internal bank on that already comes on the SQ80 is just iconic. But those expansions are crazy. And then, like I said, I have those cartridges that came with the one that I bought. But yeah. And these cartridges are from a company called Valhalla. I need to like initialize the SQ80 so I have the original sounds in there instead of my presets that I loaded. So I'm just grabbing that floppy disk real quick, and then we're gonna dive into see, the woman who sold this to me, she has blank floppy disks that I've never even used yet. Internal. Okay, yeah, cool. So give me 1 second, and then we're gonna just dive in. I'm just loading the original internal bank. I think this is the right one. It's not. Now, I already know one advantage. So you see, it takes me time. I really need to bring. I need a second camera so you guys can see the front of the SQ80. But it takes time to load these. The next preset. You know, when you're loading a bank of presets, because this was made in I think '86. It came out. So cool story about the SQ80. So there's actually a short documentary that you can watch on Centaur's channel, but the guys who made the SQ80, they actually made it with the two sound chips from the Commodore 64, because they were the guys who made Ensoniq were actually the people who developed the sound card for the Commodore 64. So it's really cool. I mean, essentially, this is like a huge part of history. And when I start going through these sounds, you'll see like these are sounds that you've heard, you know, throughout forever. Like, you've always heard these sounds. They've always been there. There we go. Here are the original sounds. Hey, my buddy Javier from What's My Thesis is in the building. How's it going? Today we're comparing the new Arturia. I'm repping Arturia hard today because I'm really happy, guys. They just came out with an SQ80 emulation, which is probably if I was to like be stranded on an island, it's definitely my desert island synth. Period. I mean, it has drum samples. As much as they're not that great, it has drums, has a sequencer, and it has some really cool sounds and really cool waveforms on there. So I mean, with it, you can pretty much you can make full songs on it. So now we're gonna start comparing the digital versus the original. So thanks for installing this plugin. Would you like to check out some of its features? Sure. Why not? I mean, this is cool. Introduced in late 80s. Means lo-fi. Actually, I don't think I want to hear this. I think I got it. All right, let's just dive in. So I kind of want to, let's look at like the presets that they have. So one advantage automatically, right, over the original is obviously going to be able, I mean, I have floppy disks, so obviously I can save my presets, but just diving through the menus on the SQ80, sometimes it takes a second. I mean, just like any piece of gear, if you guys are into hardware, like any synth or any sampler, you're going to get quicker, you know, with it, especially if it's a digital synth. There's going to be menus, you know what I'm saying? If it's, I mean, even with like there's going to be shortcuts. Like, so I use my SP555 from Roland a lot, and to do things, it's a lot of shortcuts, you know, a lot of multi-pressing of buttons. But already just looking at this is very interesting. They've made the face of it look a lot like obviously the SQ80. You have your sliders and the same color buttons, and they even put a little floppy disk in there. And the floppy disk that I have in mind right now is blue, so it's kind of cool. Yo, Third Core Gaming says this is a fire video topic. Thank you, dude. I think so. I mean, it's definitely one for the nerds, but it's cool. So I'm already seeing, right, they have two views. So on the SQ80, if you look at this, if you guys are on the Twitch or on the YouTube, you'll be able to see my screen. But if you look at the front, they actually have this little map, and this is the signal flow of how the signal flow works for the SQ80. And is that same map is actually on your SQ80, but instead of just having these numbers right here, there's actually buttons corresponding with this. So if I want to change oscillator 1, I click that button. Oscillator 2, I click that button. Now, obviously here, I can change everything so quickly on the fly that it's insane. It's really mind-boggling. And these are the same waves. So if you open up the, hey, what's up? King LJ's on here. We see you, dude. We're nerding out on comparing. Hey, my boy Aunt Morgan's in the building on the IG. Thanks for coming out, guys. So right now we're comparing the SQ80 new VST that Arturia just put out, repping Arturia hard. Arturia, I sell your products for my day job, one of my day jobs. I use your products on my program all the time. If you ever wanted to sponsor me, I have a drum brute sitting right here, which I love. So big shout out to Arturia. And they're the only ones who have an SQ80 emulator that works for the newest Mac OS. So we love them. anyway, the waveforms that they have. So basically, how the SQ80 works, if you look at this little chart here, you have 3 waveforms that you can stack, and then you can filter each of those waveforms as they combine, and then the DCA is basically like where, like how much of it, how much volume of each one do you want, and when you're mixing them together, and then you have LFOs that you can assign to different things. So all of these things that you see, like these different LFOs right here, now these envelopes, all of this stuff is in the actual SQ80. Just you have to dive through a bunch of menus to get to it, right? But at the end of the day, the number one thing we're gonna care about on this program, and the number one thing I care about, Ian McDaniel here at Finding Grooves, is the sound. So let's get into the sound. But it's cool that you can access the things that, it's taken me a little while to learn the menus on the physical SQ80, and it's cool that they have all the same waveforms. And this might be a little bit faster, but if it doesn't have that same warmth, I don't know. So let's see. Let's just start diving into the various presets here. I wonder. So they do. Oh my God. Okay, guys, I'm really geeked. So if you're looking at my screen here, if you're on the Twitch, you'll see some of these waveform names. So when you buy this, it actually comes with two expansion packs as well, and you could think of those like extra floppy disk, right? But these ones that are in all caps, they are actually presets that would be on the real SQ80. Hey DJ Kato, what's up? These would be presets that are actually on the real SQ80. So one of my favorites, that comes up right when you start, would be the bell tom. So let's click on that preset. And what they've essentially done, I really need a second camera so I can show you the menus on the actual SQ80. But what they've done, if I go to my real SQ80, I'm going to come over here and get on my real SQ80. They're both real, but if I go to oscillator 1, I see the first wave type is bell. They've picked bell. It's bell 2. It corresponds directly. It's also bell 2 here. The second waveform is tom tom. Also tom tom. And the third waveform is bell 2, just like you see on oscillator 3 here. So it should sound exactly the same. And then that third oscillator should be detuned 1 octave and so on and so forth. So it's exactly that. So they definitely teamed up with, obviously they had to license this from Ensoniq, but they definitely teamed up with Ensoniq to get these same SQ80 waveforms. So, oh wow. Okay, so guys, I'm so overwhelmed here. I'm sorry I'm jumping all over the place, but this thing is so amazing. So if you're building your own presets, which I haven't really got into on my SQ80, if I'm being honest, I've just been diving through the presets that it comes with, and then the cartridges that I got with mine, and also the bassmobile.org ones. Yo guys, shout out bassmobile.org. They're the ones who made some of the best presets that I have for my SQ80. And Arturia, you should definitely hit up the team over there and get them to make you the presets that I have right here. You should definitely get them to make you a preset pack. So big, I don't know how to get in contact with those guys, but Arturia, make it happen. But if you're building your own presets here, you'll see you have these are all the waves that you normally see on the SQ80. Reed, glint, brass, alien, metal, chime, blah, 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 blah. Like, it's all the ones that you see. All the way down to drums 5. These are all the ones that I have access to. Now, these trans waves, this is something different. And I don't believe these are actually on, especially these ESQ1 waves are not on the SQ80. So you're actually getting access to the ESQ1, which is another iconic synth from Ensoniq. It was the older brother to this one, so it came out right before the SQ80. You're getting those, and then this SQ80 hidden waves. I don't know what this is, and I really want to watch. I gotta do some more research. But what are these SQ80 hidden waves? I think that's something we're gonna have to tackle in this hour because I'm freaking out. So let's bring this back to the original bell tom sound, and let's compare the real SQ80 to the VST right now. So first, this is the one that you'll hear on. This is the VST. So first. Sounds good. A little bit quiet, but I guess it's actually coming out at the similar level that the SQ80 would. I'm also having some CPU issues. 1 second, I'm going to have to delete some of these freaking. So one thing about Ableton, man. One thing about Ableton is that it's going to be CPU intensive. If you're on the Twitch, I hope everything sounds good. Because I noticed that when my CPU overloads, I have issues. So if the sound is starting to cut out, please bear with me. Hey, what's up, Steezy? Okay, so. Oh, it's playing it on top of mine. So this is the all right. So this is the VST by itself on the bell tom. Okay. Now here's the real SQ80. That's crazy, dude. I don't hear a difference. If you guys hear a difference, tell me. I don't hear a difference. I will say there's maybe a little more grit on the original. On the original SQ8, there's like a little bit more grit there. You know, maybe a little more grit in the high end, but I don't hear a difference. So it's interesting. I'm trying to find another. Let's find another preset that's actually on my SQ80, right? So where's Floon? I love this one. All right, so now we're going to pull that up on the real SQ80. I love this one. Check the sound out. So that's me with me adjusting the mod wheel a little bit. Excuse me. All right, now let's see how it sounds here. You hear the same thing with the mod wheel. I mean, dude, to me it's a dead ringer. It's a dead ringer. Now, the only thing I will say, and it's really not noticeable. Hey, Filthy Drummond in the building. Philip Drummond. Yo, shout outs to you, man. You be out here making a difference with the kids and stuff. I be peeping it, man. That's dope. It's a little less harsh on the attack with the plug-in for the Fluent sound. That's what my homie at Third Core Gaming is saying. I think I agree. And that might just be that I have it's driving the preamp on my Sapphire. It might be just driving the preamp. So that could be obviously a difference too. But I don't think it's making that much of a difference either in the sound. Hey, Philip Drummond wants to join. Yo, come through and say hello real quick. He's joining on the Instagram, folks. Hey, what's up, dude? How's it going?
Yeah, it's pretty good, bro. You sound
Yeah, so today, I don't know if you've seen it, but Arturia came out with this plugin that emulates the Arturia SQ80. Oh no, he's blanking. Uh-oh. He's freezing. I might gotta let you go, bro, because you're freezing. I don't know how to let people out of here though. Hey, try to join back on, Mr. Drummond, if you can. When you got some better internet, try to join back on with us. But yeah, I was just telling them, if you hopefully you can still see this, bro. I'm sorry I had to let it go because it was just like giving me circle of death. But yeah, basically we're just comparing the SQ80, which is like a synth from Ensoniq. We're comparing that to the Arturia SQ80 plugin that just came out. Hey, what's up to all of Mr. Drummond's people coming in? Hopefully he can rejoin us. But his internet was wonky. I think he was taking a walk. So if you can rejoin us, brother, please do. But yeah, we're comparing the sounds, and I mean, to me, it sounds damn near identical, man. I mean, obviously, with moving through the hardware and like pumping through a preamp, you're gonna hear a little bit more warmth. I think too, coming straight out of the synth. I don't know, like sometimes there's a little bit of like noise there. That's kind of like a hard quality to identify, but there's a little bit of noise there that I feel like makes it sound a little cooler. But it also could be me being biased just because I spent more money on it. So, but I mean, nowadays, man, you can add that. You can add a little noise and kind of get a really similar feel. Now, this is something I'm really interested in seeing. So one of the things about the SQ80 that makes it so special is the key bed. So the key bed has polyphonic aftertouch, meaning if you press harder on a key, it can change the sound with what they call key pressure. But not only that, for other keyboards, if you press down harder on one key, it's going to change the sound for all the keys. You can actually do that individually, and it'll actually change the sound. So if you really listen to this, listen to you hear the high end coming in and out. You hear the sound coming in and out. That's with my pressure. So now let's see if the plug-in does the same thing. I'm very interested. Let me plug in my push because I know my push has that capability to read pressure. So let's plug in the push and see. Now that would be a major game changer to me. This is the moment of truth. He said, Third Core Gamer said, it's the moment of truth. To me, it's the moment of truth because that's the most special thing about the SQ80. Some people even buy the SQ80 just as a controller, just because of its legendary key bed. Y'all see it. You see it on my screen. It's changing with the pressure. I mean, that sells it, dude. I could end the video right now. Arturia, you done a great job. The plugin is not cap. I mean, of course, having a physical piece of gear is always great. I love it. It was really it's inspiring for me to sit down behind that board. But I mean, at this point, based on those two sounds, I can't tell. Now, the real question is, well, all of them are real questions. Oh, this is another preset that I really like called Tarzan. Oh my gosh. It sounds just like it, dude. Let me see if I can pull up Tarzan. It sounds just like it, and Yeah, dude. It literally, so y'all, if you look at the bottom part of the screen, you can see that this is right here, right below here. You can see that it's muted. And now listen to to how this sound fades out. It fades out with the exact same fade because I have my my SQ80 working as a MIDI controller as well, so it's just receiving that MIDI information straight from my SQ80. It's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing, guys. Now I think it might even sound a little wider. So the last thing, I really want to see how it sounds on a bass sound. Now, Mr. Bass, I don't know if I even have that preset on my SQ80. Let's check it out. Hey, what's up, Didis? Didis is in the building. Side note, it actually used the SQ80 for the original. I put some music to it originally. I think we went without music, but me and my homies, Drizakio, the amazing visual artist and wrestler, and my homie Didis, aka the outside artist, amazing person in general, but also artist. Ski's asking about the dreads. I combed him out, bro. It's getting way too hot here for the situation, bro. So I didn't cut him, though. No cuts. I combed him. You know, I gotta keep my power playing. But yeah, we just minted our first NFT, and I'm really happy about it. And you guys you'll see that soon. I'll be posting about it here soon. But we just minted our first NFT. I'm trying to get into that space. And just share art with folks, man. You feel me? So, you know, we out here. Let's check out these bass sounds, though. Can I find Mr. Bass on my SQ80 here? It must be initial one. I don't have that one on here right now. Internal. Well, let's try the Leslie sound then. All types, because I did see that. Because I think these other SQ80 presets that are on here, they're actually in another disc or not floppy disk, but a cartridge. I can't even think of words, y'all. Corinthians said you want the NFTs, yo. All he got was that he was Cap from that. No, bruh, we all know you are not Cap, bruh. You just make money, bro, and that's it. What are you talking about? All right, wait, let me find. Where's the Leslie preset? I'm getting so lit because the homie's in here right now, bro. I swear. All right, so let's check out how. Hey, what's up, Dolores? Let's check out the difference between these two, the Leslie preset. And the reason I want to make this my last, the last one that I at least try for now, I think I'll do a more in-depth video about this later, like one where I'm not talking. But I think it's important to compare these. Now, okay, so real quick, another thing I'm seeing is that I have more of the original SQ80 presets actually on my actual SQ80, right? So for example, there's one right here called Z-Brass. I do not see Z-Brass here, right? And that's one of my favorite ones. I'm like, why don't they have them all? They just have like the most iconic ones, which is cool. But, you know, I want to hear like, or this analog lead. I love this. They don't have that on there. So, like, why would you not have that? I'm looking. I don't see one that says and lead. Why? They need to get that together. Arteria, get it together. It's the truth. Corinthians he said that's the OG sound. So let's go to the Leslie. And I think the SQ80 Leslie is like so OG, especially for some house, right? again that polyphonic aftertouch, the harder I push, the more that I get on the Leslie sound. So let's compare the two. Oops. Why I just switch the sound when I'm trying to compare? I'm tripping. All right, bam. So now we're going to compare with this one. So now it is quieter. Can I turn it up? Turn it up. Can I turn it up on the inside though? No, I got to turn it up outside. Now, if you listen, it's interesting. They actually have added. He said, "You ugly as hell." Hey, bro, when it comes to the house music, I just be on my vibe, bro. Don't even worry about that. Don't even worry about that. LJ, please go make some beats. Turn me off and go make some beats. Yo, if you're watching this right now, you want to make beats, I've done my job. Turn this off. Go get the SQ. Actually, no, I'm not going to promote them that hard till they give you some money, but it is a really good VST. Go grab it. And then go make some beats, you feel me? Turn me off and go make some beats, bro, because that's my job. Now, I will say, if you listen deep behind it, you actually do hear some of the noise that you also hear on the SQ80. That's me playing them at the same time. But that noise that you hear, you actually do hear some. So, I mean, dude, I don't think they're going to get better. I don't think that and I've used two other SQ80 emulations. The SQ80, which I love because that was the first one, and then the Sample Science made one. This is the best one by far. This is the only one that works on the newest version of Mac, and it's Arturia, dude. So you know it's quality. And I'm comparing it straight to the SQ80, and I don't hear the difference. I feel like I want to because I paid what I paid for the real thing, but I don't hear the difference. I mean, that's really it, man. So, is it a go? Yes. Arturia, you guys did a great job. So that concludes this portion of the video. I think now, if you only came here to hear about the SQ80, that's fine. Definitely get out of here. Go have some fun. I will say, though, Arturia, get all of the SQ80 original presets on here. So that's my first gripe. Second gripe, definitely hit up Bassmobile for all the presets that their team has already made that I have on this floppy. And then you guys would be good to go. Now, I think I'm going to have to do a second video of this after I've gotten into it a little bit more, because I don't know enough about the VST right now to dive all the way in. And one of the biggest things I really want to know about is these secret SQ80 hidden waves. Like, what does that mean? And what are those? I kind of just want to solo some of these and hear them, because I don't know what that is. SQ80 hidden waves? And it changes based on where it's at. That's interesting. And that's an octave down. I don't want it an octave down. I want it at 0. Thanks. That's interesting. Oh, I think I know what the hidden waves are. Okay, so guys, check this out. This is really cool. I didn't realize. I thought it was a glitch. Check this out, y'all. I'm freaking out right now. Okay, so on the SQ80, say I have a sound, like this Leslie sound, right? And then what I do, say that I come over here and I decide, hey, I'm going to change the internal bank, by loading something from the floppy disk. So I'll go to storage, I go to disk, I go to load, and I'm loading a different bank, right? Now, you guys remember the last sound that we just had in there. Remember that. Don't forget it. And I'm loading the Essentials 1 bank. Okay? The sounds that are being played now. Oh, no. Never mind, dude. I don't know what these secret waves are. Dude, I don't know. Because sometimes, I think it's a glitch, but sometimes there's like a glitch when you load from, like you load a new bank into the internal. Sometimes it makes like it comes back with a sound that's not even in that bank anymore. Dude, we have to pull up Google. No, I gotta get to the bottom of this. If you guys hate this right now, just let me know and we'll make beats instead. But I have to know. SQ80 hidden waves? I'm so confused. Oh my gosh. So, okay, the SQ1 has hidden waves. So, okay. Oh my gosh. I'm so blown right now. So apparently you can get to hidden waveforms on this hardware synth. That's why they're secret. They're secret because look, there's aliens creating them. If you look on my hidden waves, okay. How do I get to it? They change sounds every octave and sound identical to normal waves, and there are duplicates. It still does something interesting. It has that extra warmth of SQ80 analog bits. So basically, there's hidden areas in the memory. They're still the same waves, but they change every octave. So there are already waves that are available on the SQ80 normally, but they change every octave apparently. That's interesting as hell. Excuse my language, guy, but like that's freaking cool. Imagine being the one who like discovers something like this. You're in the 80s, you just bought this hardware synth that's like more affordable than any other synth that's like ever been out, and you come across something that sounds like that. Super cool. So now I get it. It's cool that they included that. And they also include the SQ1 has the same features. They also included the SQ1 hidden waves. I don't know what trans waves is. So that's interesting. And that's something that I'll probably have to ask about. I have to find that out. So, I mean, dude, I would say this is cool. I mean, definitely, I would say grab it. Grab this plug. And sorry, so this is another thing that is comparable to the hardware synth, right? You actually do have like built-in effects. Like obviously you can hear like some reverb there. You have these macros. So that's something that'll add a kind of an extra element to it. My only thing is like, of course you like to have the real thing, you know? But final say, the SQ80 VST versus the real thing, it sounds dead on the real thing, guys. I can't say it doesn't. And it's funny because I have a homie who has a DX7, and you know, we love Roland over here. He actually sold his DX7 when he got the Arturia stuff, the Arturia DX7 plugin, because he said it sounded just the same, if not better, and it didn't take up space. So dope, man. Well, that's my final piece on that. I think I'll probably slice the video here because I'll probably take that first video and upload it because I think I'm the first one to compare the two. I think I'm the first one. I haven't seen anyone else on YouTube do it. I think I'm the first one. So that's kind of cool. I probably won't be the best one. But I'm definitely the first. Yeah, dude. I am the first. Let's go. This dude did a whole tour on it, though. This Nutrix guy. Shout out to him. And then some people are doing videos, but I'm the first one to compare them. So Maybe I need to chop this video down to be a little more digestible. But yeah. Well, I guess now that that part of it is done, I want to. What time is it? It's almost been an hour, so I don't have a lot of time. But I don't know if you guys have heard this track that's blowing up on TikTok. I'm not really on TikTok, but there's a track called "Just for Me" by Pink Panthers. I found it through Twitter. I love this song. I love this song. It's my favorite song of the year. Hands down. I am not one to repeat songs. I don't put songs on repeat usually. There's a few songs here and there. Shout out to my homie Corinthian at Third Court Gaming, because he's made a song that I put on repeat. The All the Pressure I put on repeat. I did for weeks. Me and my wife were walking around saying, I just make money, bro, like constantly. It's kind of crazy. But this song, Just For Me by Pink Panthers, produced by Muramasa. Greatest thing that can't come out of the UK in a long time. Greatest song of this year, I think. But I was really inspired by that song, and I made this. It kind of is like in a DMB kind of form. I wonder, will I get kicked off of Twitch if I play the song? I probably will. Maybe I can play it just for a second. And then you got to see the video. Oh my gosh, dude! So the way that they shot the video, I love Kirk Franklin, but that's not the one I want, bro. So okay, I won't get kicked off of Twitch for playing it. Cool. So I'm gonna play it real quick. So the video, the way that they shot it and the way that the song sounds, it's like in an early 2000s, UK like melodic DMB type of way. And it's amazing. Directed by Lauza, colored by the team at ETC. And there was one person in particular, I can't remember her name right now, but she did an amazing. I actually messaged her on Instagram because of the way that. Oh, they just gonna mute that part when I. Oh, okay. Okay, this part of the video will be muted. That's fine. I already bought your plugins, UAD. Get out of here. I'm just going to play the first few. Honest with you guys, I definitely have cried to this song multiple times in the 5 days that I've known about it. I love this song. So, speaking of the SQ80, I did some stuff with the SQ80 and my acoustic guitar, and I kind of made my version of that. I did put lyrics on it, but I'm not going to show you guys yet. I'm not ready for that. But I just want you guys to hear this beat. Something I did this week. I love that song, though. Shout out to Pink Panthers. If you want to work, Pink Panthers, if you ever see this, like, bro, I will fly to UK tomorrow. I will fly there tomorrow. We can get some work done. But I made this little thing. And I thought it was kind of the same beat, like a really similar beat. Because like they were doing that back then. Dude, I remember this. Like they were doing that back then. Heavy. So check this out. dude. So I was really inspired by the Just For Me, obviously. Yo, he said he's gonna buy a guitar for Christmas. Third Core Gaming says he's gonna buy a guitar for Christmas. Bro, the guitar, I know. Can we just show some love to Gibson right now in the J45 and how good it sounds like plugged up and then mic'd with a 57? Can we please? He said, F you, bro. I know, bro. It's really the guitar. It's not me, because the riff I'm playing is dummy like nothing. You feel me? But time goes by and I don't know. I'm just trying to find out where to go. I can see my path right in front of me. I know it's there. And then I had to, come on, bro. Then you have to reverse it. But yeah, I love that guitar tone, man. I gotta put some lyrics on that kind of vibe. He said that is just beautiful. You play it like that. You playing that in with your guitar. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, of course, there's. I'm gonna be transparent. There's some time correction. You know what I'm saying? But hey, we got it in there. So, but yeah, that's something that I made this week. Love it, dude. And this little like pad in the back is the SQ80. And also this little sound, SQ80. Yeah, so I probably should end the stream there because it's such a good note to end on. I can show you guys other stuff that I made this week, but it doesn't sound as cool to me. Hopefully next week I will have my newest synth, which I'll be able to also compare to a VST version. I'm getting the XV5080 from Roland. And so even though they have the VST version and it does sound amazing, if you go to my Instagram and you see the post that I did for 808 Day, the synth on there, you will hear the XV5080. But there are these expansion cards that you can put inside of them. One of them is called Dance, because back now we have Splice and we have presets and we have VSTs and all these things. Back then you bought something like a Korg Triton, or you bought one of these Roland synths, and if you wanted more sounds you had to buy expansion packs. Similar to my SQ80, you had to have floppy disk or cartridges that had more sounds on them. So then they came out with these expansion cards, and there was one card in particular called Dance that super producer Max Martin used a lot on. And I mean, when we talk about Max Martin, we're talking about a lot of stuff, because he's been doing it since like the late 80s, I think, or early 90s. But we're talking about Backstreet Boys. We're talking about Ensoniq. We're talking about every boy band from that era. We're talking about Britney Spears. And then later on, we're talking about Rihanna. We're talking about everyone that you've ever thought of, okay? And he used a lot of those sounds, especially for the boy band stuff. And so I really want to use some of the, and like other guys used those sounds back then too, but I really am looking forward to that. But I bring the cards up because the VSTs don't have those expansions. All the sounds that came on those expansions, the VST does not have. I mean, those cards sell for like $200 each. I bought mine for more, but it happens like that sometimes. But the synth is coming in hopefully by Findin Grooves time next week, so I'm looking forward to doing another comparison video like this and making some stuff. But I kind of had like an idea. This is not a finished idea by any means when I show you guys this, and I don't know if it's great, but I kind of want to do like this kind of Jessica Simpson thing. And this sounds, it's from the SQ80, but it just takes me back to that time. Hey, what's up, Lacey? But I want to work on that. But those drums and the way that it goes, it reminds me of what is that? With You. It's a Jessica Simpson song. I love this song, by the way. Now that I'm with you, I can let my head down. I can say anything crazy. You know, always catch me before I hit the ground. You know that joint? If you guys don't remember that joint, you should because it was amazing. Okay. Anyway, so hopefully we'll be getting into those sounds from the early 2000s next week with the XV5080, and we'll be comparing it to the VST version available on Rolling Cloud. So, anyway, my name is Ian McDaniel. This has been Finding Grooves, where today we compared the Arturia SQ80V VST to the real Ensoniq SQ80, and it sounds the same, guys. Sounds the same. So, y'all have a great evening. We'll see you soon.